Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Look how messy my desk is. I have been sitting here crafting and realized that I should have been recording so that I could, you know, post a video for you guys, and I just, I don't know. I just didn't even think about it. So I do apologize. I'm like halfway in the middle of this, but we will go over everything that I've already done, and we'll do some more just so that you guys can see what all I'm working on. I'm still in the ephemera making phase or whatever, and right now I'm still working on some ephemera for this journal, which I think I have decided that I'm keeping this journal for myself. Yes, because I love it. This is some stuff I picked up at the Goodwill the other day. Look how amazing this stuff is. I will show you guys that later. I have made some of these. These are some little bookmarks. And I got this idea from Natasha off of Treasure Books, I believe it is. I've made a couple more. This one is for the little red hen journal. It'll just go, where is that journal? Right here. So what it does, and as you can see, I'm still working on this. So what it will do is just lay right in there like that. And so it is a page marker, but it also gives it a little bit of bling. So I've made that. That's not what we're going to be doing on today's video though. But here's another one that I made. I think this one's a little longer, but it's the same type thing. How cute is that to have all of those like little, and I still have my center things hanging down because I don't know if I'm going to attach charms or not. Look how cute that is to have all of that jewelry. And then I made this one. So I've just been kind of in that ephemera making stage because, like I said before, that's like my least favorite thing to do, but it's one of the things that I need the absolute most. So what I have made tonight is I have made this cute little pocket to go in here, and I'm not sure where it's going to go, so I'm not going to actually put it in right now, but I'll just show you guys what it will look like. Anyway, it's part vellum, and so, and then of course there's this vellum, part vellum tag. So when you put something in there, it'll be like that, and you can see through it there. And what I am working on now is an envelope where I've done it partially with vellum. And I was in the middle of working on this when I had to leave. You know, my husband is the executive chef at the local country club here in town. And tonight was their Italian night. And he wanted me to come up there and be with him. And so I did, and then I ended up helping out. So, but yeah, so that's what the envelope will look like. So it's got the vellum pieces there. I absolutely love this. And then listen at how it sounds. Oh my goodness. So yeah. This will just be clipped. I'm not going to glue it in, but I will just kind of like clip it in because I want the full effect of that pocket. So I'm just going to set this in there for now, out of the way, and I will show you how I did that. So what I've done, this is just one of my envelopes that I had already had folded. Did I even introduce myself? I don't think I did. I'm sorry, guys. You guys all know me, but, you know, for those that don't, my name is Betty. I am the owner and creator of Betty's Custom Design here on YouTube, Etsy, Facebook, and Instagram. And I do apologize for not uploading a video this morning. I I had my dental work done yesterday, which, I had to have the oral surgery, which it turned out great. No pain whatsoever. They had, and he told me that he was just going to start me off with the strong stuff since I have such an issue getting numb. And I don't know what the deal was, but I come home and I said, okay, so I'm just going to lay down for a few minutes. And then I was going to get up and work on some Etsy stuff and go to work. I woke up at 5:27 yesterday afternoon, and my cat woke me up. Yeah. So I don't know. It's been crazy. So right now what I'm doing, this is just some scraps that I have over here. I have all kinds of scraps, all different sizes and shapes. And so what I'm doing is I'm actually using this envelope kind of like my base. And so I really don't want this piece that wide. So I think we'll go maybe with this piece. And so I'm just looking to see, and then I'm just going to trim it off. I'm going to line everything up. And then I'm just going to trim it off. Where are my big scissors? There they are. So that's all I'm doing so that I know that I have it there. And then I know I have vellum. Let's see if it's wide enough. Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and trim some vellum. Let's see. We'll do maybe, let's do a wide strip. So I'm just going to cut some vellum this way. And then, of course, it's going to be just a little bit too long. So I'm going to stack it on up and then just trim that off. And you can use your paper trimmer. I'm just being goofy and don't feel like getting it out. That's just the truth of it with me. Okay, so I think I'm just going to do one piece of vellum in this one. So I just need some paper to cover just that area right there mainly. And I can do the same paper. And we may do that. So let's see if I have one a little more narrow. So I really don't want to waste it. I've got so much paper. Okay, so I'm going to lay this back out. Again, I'm using my envelope down there on the bottom kind of as my little base. I'm going to make sure I have plenty of vellum to glue down. And you can sew it down as well, but me and my sewing machine, and we're not getting along. So, all right, so now I'm just going to cut this off in the same size. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some Fabri-Tac. Again, you can sew this, but I'm just going to glue. So I'm going to put a strip of Fabri-Tac right down through there. And then I'm just going to line my vellum up. Just laying it down there. Now one thing I did like I done on the other side, because I don't normally cut very straight when I'm just like free cutting, is I lined it up like right here. Okay, and so now I need to put some glue on this strip. And so now just let me go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's like 8 1/4. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to set this to make sure that everything lines up good. And if you don't have an envelope to use, you don't have to have an envelope. You don't have to, you can make an envelope using a square sheet of paper. You can do it using anything. So don't think that you have to have something like this. And so I'm just using my grid to kind of make sure that I get everything lined up. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I am just going to set this to the side for right now, and I'm just going to let that dry some because I really don't want to go folding that with that wet glue. So let's go ahead and let's move on to this while that's drying. And so I already know that this is a good size for my journal. So what you want to do is just find a piece of paper or something that's the width that you want. And we have done that. And so I am just going to trim right along that. And I do think I want it the torn look. Okay. And where is my vellum? There go the dogs. Okay, so I have this piece of vellum, so let's just cut it at that same width. And that's all I'm doing. Okay. And then, do I want to... Yeah, I think I'm good with it being that big. So now let's get another piece to maybe go on the top. And let's just see what I have here. You know what? We have this piece. Let's do it. So I am just going to, again, I'm just going to cut it. And then I think, it's awfully small to be tearing, but we may try it. I may be making a mistake, but oh well. Okay, so I've got it torn. And I am going to ink it up, and I am using Victorian Velvet. Again, you don't have to ink if you don't want to ink. I enjoy it. Sometimes. It all depends on what I'm doing as to whether or not I ink. I've found that it's about the same either way. I probably don't ink as much as I do ink. So, again, I guess it would depend on what project I'm working on. That kind of stuff. So, just whatever you feel like. Now, the other thing I did do is I did put a little bit of ink on this. Not a lot. You're not really going to see it much, but it does give it a little bit of definition. Okay, and so I am going to put some glue on this, maybe. Okay. And then again, I'm going to set this down, and then I will use my grid to kind of make sure that I get, so I'm just using my grid here to make sure I get everything lined up, because y'all know I didn't cut straight. That's just a given. And then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And then I'm going to glue it down. And again, I'm going to use my grid to make sure that I get it straight. Okay, and so see, that's going to be my pocket inside of my journal. Okay, and so I am going to let that dry for a little bit. And I may have to pause you guys and get this dried and then come back and show you how to do it, because I don't want to keep working on it with it being that wet. But I will show you. So anything that you're going to do and you want to use the vellum, I would suggest finding something to use kind of as your base, and use that to measure everything by. You can do this with glassine paper. You can do this with acetate sheets. It doesn't have to be vellum. You can do it with anything, and it just adds that unique touch in your journals. I think I can go ahead and do this. So let me just, so I've got that. And let me ink around that. And then I may not, because I don't know what I've done with my, oh, there they are. I put them up. I put them right where they should be. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and round the corners. So on the top, I'm going to do it on the 1/2 inch side. And then on the bottom, I like to do it on the 1/4 inch side. And then I need to ink those corners that I just done to get rid of that white. And I do need to ink the sides of that vellum for sure, because it will be able to be seen. Okay. And I think we can actually go ahead and put this one in the journal. So let's figure out where we want to put this. And I've got so many choices because I really haven't done anything to this journal like that yet. So where do we want to put it? I love that envelope. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. What about if we put that right there? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we are just going to, I'm just clipping that out of my way for now. So I am just going to run some of my Fabri-Tac around the 3 edges, like a U. Maybe. I need to put some more Fabri-Tac in here. So I'm just running it around in the shape of a U. And you can put your flaps on this if you want the pocket to be able to hold more. I do not need that with this pocket here, so I am just simply putting it straight down. Oh my goodness, look guys, I love that. I absolutely love that. It's so pretty. I mean, and I can dress it up and fancy it up even more if I want to, but to be quite honest, I don't know that I want to do it. Can y'all hear my cat? He knows I'm in here and it's killing him. And so he is going to tell the news. Okay, so while that's drying, let's see what we have going on here. And so I found it easier for me to take my envelope that I already had cut out and then just kind of trace around it, because I don't know that putting it on the punch board, I don't know how good the punch board would punch through that vellum. So it's just as easy for me to just kind of trace around where I need everything to be. And then I can just cut that little bit. And then I'm going to do that so I'll know to punch that side. So all I'm doing is just going to cut the notches there. And again, you know, you don't have to do this. You can make an envelope just from a square piece of paper, you know, by folding it in. but I figured since I already had one cut and it wasn't glued shut, I was just going to go ahead and use it. So, and then I'll go ahead and cut this off as well. And since I did not score this, you know, on my punch board, I'm going to attempt to kind of score it here, just so that I know where I need to fold everything, because I am not good. I cannot fold straight, I cannot glue straight, I cannot cut straight. So, I'm just warning y'all. So that's why I have my little cheats that I use to try to keep me halfway straight. I'm just lining it up on those lines there, and then just kind of folding it up a little bit to give me that little bit of a score line. Yeah, and see, it's not completely dry, but it may be dry enough that I can show you guys what I'm doing. I'm just going to do my 1/2 inch and get that. Okay. So let's go ahead and ink this up while it's drying. That'll give us that much more time. Okay. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying earlier, the dental procedure yesterday went very well. I did not feel any pain whatsoever. I'm very thankful, very blessed, because I have such a hard time with them getting me numb. Now, mind you, even after insurance, it still cost me $898. But I'm so thankful for insurance because it did pay a large portion of it. So I am not complaining. And it was worth it to get this taken care of and not be in pain, and then not feel them during the procedure. In fact, I think I fell asleep during the procedure because they had me knocked out very well, and I'm so thankful. But so like I said, I come home and I'm like, I'm gonna lay down for a little bit, you know, because I was tired. I was still feeling kind of groggy from the medicine, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit, and then I will get up and I will work on a few Etsy orders, and then once I'm not feeling as groggy, I'll go ahead and go into work, because my face wasn't even swollen or anything like it was last week when they tried to do the root canal. So I was like, yeah, I'll be good. And like I said, my cat woke me up at 5:27 p.m. And I'm like, what in the world? Because I don't normally sleep. I have a hard time sleeping most of the time. But let me tell you, I slept yesterday. And so I went to church last night and played the drums for a bit, and then they needed me to lead the song service. So here I am, just had oral surgery, and then I ended up leading the song service. And so I come home, and you know, it wasn't real late, and I was like, okay, well, that's good. I'll go ahead and get some stuff done. And I sat down on the bed with my husband, and I got my iPad out because I'm working on a few more digital designs right now. And I was like, well, I'll just work on these for a little bit. Next thing I know, he was waking me up at 3 something this morning. And he said, kitten, you need to get ready for bed. Like, what? Oh my God. I cannot believe I've slept that late. So, needless to say, there was no video. And I felt so bad. But, you know, what could I do? So because I was, you know, glued this or folded this up before the glue was dry, that come undone. So I'm just going to glue that back down. Look how pretty that is. Now you can see through on the other side. I'm okay with that because if I stick something down in there, you would be able to see it and it would kind of hide that. But I don't care that you can even just see it just like that, because I think it is a beautiful, beautiful envelope. So anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial. Hopefully, you know, you can make some, and don't use it just for envelopes or tags or all kinds of stuff. You can use your scrap paper and scrap pieces of vellum. You know, I know that I have a ton of those little strips of vellum, you know, that aren't big enough to really do anything with. Put it in with your scraps and create something like this. Create one of the tags, anything like this. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful to go in a journal. Look at that. How pretty is that, to be able to see the design on the other side? It's just absolutely gorgeous. And then these envelopes, like I said, I will not be gluing these down. They will just be clipped into my journal somehow. I will make sure that they can be seen all the way around because I think they're gorgeous. So yeah, it'll just set down in there, or you know, I'll either do an altered paper clip or something to hold it together or hold it in place. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. And again, I apologize for not being here early this morning, but hopefully I will have a video for you guys for in the morning. I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.